What's up? I'm not really sure how to answer your question. Here, check this out. So right here, this is a song I sent you, and its tempo is reduced. But look how low I have these guys recorded. I think this is my bass. Right. So if I just do this guy and I look at my master, I got a sub bass going to like -6. And then if I look at this guy, right, all of that is generally below -18. Same thing. Let me put this back to 120. Right. So I generally have been experimenting more with mixing lower rather than blasting everything. I'll just reduce everything now. And then I'll put a limiter on my master channel right here. And I'll just limit everything. Nothing will get past like -6. And then towards the end of the mix, I usually just either put the limiter to 0 or I'll turn the master track's volume to 0 right here. See? So this thing will go to 0. And so my basses I usually like to keep, at least my sub basses, in this range. And then my kick drum will happen to be in here too. So I'll turn my drums back on here. What's that? Yeah. So you can see that my kick drum and my bass are both within the -6 range. And then everything else, all of like my electronic sounds are just, Jesus, these kids are fucking insane. Hey! Hey! Shh! So yeah, I like keeping my mixes kind of low. Before I would just blast everything and I was just clipping all over the place. And then with Ableton, there's this tool called utility. And so sometimes, like notice if I kept everything low in the pre-mix, on my master channel, once it actually gets to master, then I'll just blast everything up at that point. Which is, who knows, probably not correct, but it's just something I happen to be messing with. Let's look at a different part. So everything is just mixed really low, and then I just happen to blast the shit out of it on my master. But really everything is driven by my bass first, so I like to keep my kicks and my snares and all of that, and I use that as a starting point whenever I start to mix, because I know that my kick and my bass, I want them to be the strongest in the mix, and so I'll usually take them to this -6 range. That generally seems to get me close. However, this recording or this mix that I did for that song, I did it very fast and I didn't spend a lot of time really trying to perfect it. After you export this, you'll find that you probably have a ton of room to work with. So you might actually, take these levels up a little bit higher to like maybe -24. and then just reduce the utility and try to find a good balance between the two. But that just takes time and tweaking. But anywho, that's one way to go about doing it. And a lot of people actually will clip their audio to get it past that point. Like they will just push everything to the limit to make it sound really loud. So, just because people say that you're not supposed to do that doesn't necessarily mean anybody listens to it. So, anyway, those are just some general things that I do. And sometimes I will just freaking blast the shit out of it and push the limit. Oh, anywho, talk to you later. Bye.